they're saying and what they prepare. So we'll start with Jamil. You want to go first? Did you get a chance to prepare?
Actually, I wrote 3 sentences, so can I just say?
Yeah, just say it.
Okay. आज मेरा माँ के साथ कुछ हिंदी मूवीज देखे। मैं कोई एक्टर्स बचपन से याद करता हूँ। कुछ साल से पहले हम हिंदी मूवीज देखने के लिए सिनेमा जाता था।
Awesome, very good, Jamil. Yirka, you want to go next?
Okay. मैं किसी स्कूल में काम करता हूँ। मैं कुछ IT टेक्नीशियन हूँ और मैं कुछ अध्यापक भी हूँ। मेरा काम में कोई नहीं हिंदी बोलता है और मेरा काम में कुछ 50 एम्प्लॉइज और कुछ 500 छात्र हैं और कुछ लोग कुछ लोग अच्छा है लेकिन कुछ लोग पागल भी है। लेकिन मुझको लगता है कि मैं कुछ पागल ही हूँ और कुछ मुश्किल है और कुछ मुश्किल नहीं है, लेकिन मुझको लगता है कि मेरा काम कुछ बढ़िया है।
Very good. Awesome. This was great, actually. Awesome. Navras, you want to go next?
Yes, I wrote simple paragraph. It's not about me, but I made it up. So, मैं दफ्तर में काम करती हूँ। हमारे दफ्तर में कुछ चीज़ें हैं। वहाँ कुछ सफ़ेद मेज़ है, कुछ कुर्सियाँ हैं, वहाँ कुछ 4 कमरे हैं, कोई भारतीय आदमी मेरा साथ काम करते हैं, वह स्मार्ट है, दूसरे कमरे में कोई नहीं काम करते हैं, वे आलसी हैं, मैं हमेशा किसी से पूछती हूँ वे आलसी क्यों हैं, मैं हमेशा किसी के लिए काम करती हूँ।
Awesome, very good. Sindhu, you want to go next?
Okay, so this is a made-up story again.
Okay.
एक दिन मैंने कुछ पराठे बनाए, उसके बाद मैं कुछ दोस्तों के साथ मॉल में खरीदारी के लिए गई। वहाँ आसपास मैं कुछ भी देखा, वो बहुत सुंदर था। शॉपिंग के बाद मैं फूड कोर्ट गई, हम सब फूड कोर्ट गई। वहाँ कोई नहीं था। कुछ देर के बाद एक आदमी मिला और उसको भी नहीं मालूम कि दुकान वाला कहाँ है और हम सब और तब तक हम सब इतने भूखे थे कि किसी के बारे में हमने नहीं सोचा और जो पराठे खाए थे उन्हें खाया।
Awesome.
और आज इतना बस।
Very good. So Sindhu's was a little bit advanced. So if you're not able to keep up, don't worry about it. You know, it's practice basically. With practice, all of you will be able to, and we'll make sure all of you are there. Okay. So Nang, you want to go next? And in case if you didn't prepare, don't worry about it. You know, just say that. I want to make sure all of you have a chance.
Yes.
Okay,
so
go for it.
Today I'm prepared a little.
Okay.
आज मेरा पास कोई क्लास नहीं है, रात में मेरा पास एक ऑनलाइन क्लास है। मैं भाषा के बारे में सीखा, अच्छा लगता है। ऑनलाइन क्लास के लिए कोई मदद कीजिए।
Okay, awesome. Great. Carl, I know you didn't attend the last class, but if you want to give it a try, go for it, Carl.
I didn't attend, but what I know is that koi means someone, kuch means some, and then I always screw up kai. I always read kai as koi by mistake, and kai means several. So yeah.
Okay. Nice. Vidyaji, do you want to go? Okay. I can't hear you, so you have to unmute yourself. So let's see if I can.
Hi, Om Namo
Yes,
Namaha. Namaste. I just joined your class last week actually, and it's my first week in Hindi, so I understand the difference between koi and kuch.
Okay.
मुझे समझ difference I don't know in Hindi, koi or kuch. Hey, but I don't know how to. I didn't prepare anything today because I'm really.
No worries. We do it every class. We do it every class. So next week you can. This is your opportunity in the next class. You prepare something. Okay.
I can do it now.
Okay. Awesome, Vidyaji. Go for it.
Okay. This is my third class, so I have only 3 sentences.
All good.
Yeah.
Yep.
यह पत्र किसी से आया. क्या आप कुछ फूल खरीदेंगे? बेटा ये टॉयज के किसी का दान करो.
Okay, awesome. Very good. Awesome. Navneet, you want to go next?
Sure. So my sentences are made up as well.
Okay.
यह कोई लड़का है. ये कुछ गाना गा रहा था. वे अब कुछ के रहे हैं. कुछ देर बाद लड़कों स्कूल जाएंगे. So it's basically like there are some boys there. They were eating food. Now they're playing some games. And now finally after some time they'll go to school.
Awesome. Very good. Let's see, Dhanraj, I know you joined a bit late, so if you need some breather, let me know. Otherwise, it's your opportunity.
Okay, I'll try and go now.
Okay.
आज मैं मेरा दोस्त शुभम दोनों मॉल जा रहे हैं. हम किसी बात नहीं करेंगे इसलिए
Say it again, your voice was breaking. आज किसी से बात नहीं करेंगे, and then?
हम किसी बात नहीं करेंगे इसलिए कोरोना वायरस.
Okay, कोरोना वायरस है इसलिए किसी से बात नहीं करेंगे. Awesome. Great. Taraji, you want to go next?
I have made a paragraph.
Yeah, take your time.
वह कमरा एक छोटा कमरा था. उस कमरे में सब कुछ पुराना था. दीवार पर कुछ पुरानी तस्वीरें थी और मेज पर एक कटोरा था. लेकिन उस कटोरे में कुछ खाना नहीं थी, सिर्फ कुछ पानी था. कुछ खाना नहीं था, सिर्फ कुछ पानी था. एक बूढ़ी महिला वहाँ रहती थी. किसी को उसका नाम मालूम नहीं था. वह अकेली थी और उसके पास कोई नहीं रहता था. एक दिन उसने मुझसे कहा कि ऐसा क्यों है? किसी के पास दौलत और सब कुछ है और किसी के पास कुछ नहीं है. मैंने उससे पूछा कि क्या मैं आपके लिए कुछ कर सकती हूँ या आपको कुछ पैसा चाहिए? उसने उत्तर दिया कि मेरी गरीबी के लिए कुछ पैसा तो है, मगर मेरी तन्हाई के लिए कोई नहीं है.
Last line. What was the last line? मेरी गरीबी के लिए तो कुछ पैसा है, लेकिन
मेरी तन्हाई के लिए कोई नहीं है.
Okay, very good. Wow, this was very good. Great. Let's see, Vedant.
So this is also a made-up story. So एक दिन मैं मिठाई.
Try to just like you go, try to like be louder and then slow. So people who are new, they can follow along. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, I'll go slower. So एक दिन मैं मिठाई वाले गया और मैंने कहा आपके पास कुछ मिठाई है? और मिठाई वाले ने किया, हमारे पास कुछ मिठाई नहीं है क्योंकि को दूध नहीं है क्योंकि कोई लोग grocery store नहीं गया.
Awesome. Sangeeta, you want to go next? And if you didn't get a chance to prepare, that's completely fine. I just want to make sure, if any of you didn't get a chance and if you want to participate, here's your opportunity. Okay, awesome. So I'll get started now. What we'll do is we'll start with the class now. Okay, so I think just want to make sure that Sangeeta, it seems like you were trying to say something.
Hi, I don't have anything written down, but I can try.
Okay, go for it.
कुछ साल बीत गए हैं जब मैं अपने पुराने दोस्त से नहीं मिला। मैं अपने दोस्त के घर गई थी, लेकिन दरवाज़ा बंद था। मैंने आवाज़ दी लेकिन कोई नहीं था घर पर। मैंने एक खिड़की से देखी और कोई नक्शा था एक मेज़ पर। अंधेरे की वजह से मैं कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं देख पाई। कुछ 9-10 बच्चे थे सड़क पर और मैंने सोचा कि मैं किसी से पूछ लूँ अपनी दोस्त के बारे में। उन्होंने कहा कि मेरे दोस्त एक छुट्टी पर गई थी और वो कुछ दिनों बाद वापस आएगी।
Okay.
कुछ मिठाइयाँ लाई थी मेरे दोस्त के लिए और मैं सारे बच्चों से बात दिया।
Awesome. This was great. For those of you, we have a wide range of students, so some might find, these longer sentences a bit complex. Don't worry about it. Just focus on the, in this case, kuch and koi, how it is being used. We'll take care of the rest. Okay. So as I said, this was sort of the recap of the previous class and how to use koi and kuch in Hindi in smaller and longer sentences. Now we'll talk about Hindi numbers. And, we'll start with the very basics and we'll make some interesting sentences. Okay. Most of you.
Excuse, Ashu Ji, do we have another homework to present on your workplace, to write something on our workplace?
Say it again, one more time.
Do we have another homework to present on our workplace?
So not in this class. Towards the end, there'll be a group assignment, okay, which based on what we covered today. Right now, this was the, the sort of the recap of previous class, okay. But in general, my recommendation is right now we're on chapter number 7 of Teach Yourself Hindi book. So, you should always, as we cover the topic, we should feel comfortable going to the, end of the book and try to finish the exercises at the end of the chapter. And in general, whenever you have the opportunity to speak with anyone, that's always open for you. So you should always pursue that. Okay. So now let's get back to the numbers. So most of you are familiar with the numbers and how, the Hindi numbers are in general, right? I mean, so I'm not gonna, go over the basics of it, but just to kind of say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the basics one. And then I'll do 10, 25, 50, and 100. The goal for this one is to go over the ordinal numbers, just not these numbers, but I want to still cover the very basics. Yirka, you want to tell us from 1 to 5?
I know just first is pehla.
No, just number 1.
Okay, sorry. Ek, do, teen, char.
Okay, char.
Panch.
Very good. Panch. Taraji, you want to go this one, 25 to 100?
Dance.
Okay.
I'll
make sure everyone get a chance. So, don't worry about it, Now go ahead. What is 25, Tara?
25.
25, awesome. 25, okay. 50?
50.
50, very good. And then 100?
100.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the, I mean, again, the recommendation is like you should really, at least all of you should know from 1 to 100. If that is too hard to cover, you know, at least at a minimum, you should do 1 to 20, all of you. That you should know by heart. And after that, it's basically the in the increments of 10, okay, till 100. And then after that, you know, you can go from 100 to like, you know, all the hundreds basically till 1000, okay. That's so far the number part. So that's simple. You know, you can make very, very basic sentences and you use them in the basic sentences, right? I mean, so for example, like, you know, you want to say in Hindi, I saw a movie. And we have not done the past indefinite tense, but generally you will say maine. If you want to just say maine movie dekhi, right? But you can add more on top of it. You can say maine ek movie dekhi. I saw a movie, okay? Or maine do movies dekhi. Okay, so that's basically, you can be very specific in your sentence. Okay, it could be used as simple as like, you know, if you are a parent, you know, you can say mere do bacche hain. I can say that I have 2 kids. Mere do bacche hain. Okay, I have 2 kids. Mere do bacche hain. Okay, similarly, what else comes to your mind where you can just use simple numbers in a very basic sentence? So don't go over longer sentence. I'm looking for a very simple sentence. Let's see, Vedant, what do you think?
आपके कितने साल है?
Okay, कितने साल is?
How old are you?
Oh, okay. आप कितने साल के हैं? आप कितने साल के हैं? How old are you? Okay, let me ask you, आप कितने साल के हैं?
मैं 21 हूँ। 21 साल हूँ।
21?
जी।
21. 21. Okay, 21. 20 is 20, 21 is 21. So मैं 21 साल का हूँ. Okay, awesome. What else? Let's see. Sindhu ji, you want to use a very simple sentence with just numbers?
हमारे घर में 3 कमरे हैं.
3 कमरे, very good, right? So I'm going to quickly write it down. 3 कमरे. Jamil, 3 कमरे is 3 rooms.
Like when we say the time, for example, आप पक्को में 7 बजे है.
7 बजे हैं. कहाँ पे 7 बजे हैं अभी?
पक्को, हमारे राजस्थानी, is it?
Okay, 7 बजे है, 7 o'clock. Okay, in your country it's 7 o'clock. Okay, 7 बजे हैं. Then 7 o'clock. Anything. So basics. 3 कमरे, 7 बजे. What else?
मेरा कमरे में 2 खिड़की है.
2 खिड़की. Okay, very good, right? 2
खिड़की.
Window. What is खिड़की?
Window.
Window. 2 windows. 2 खिड़की is 2 windows. Great. What else?
Ashu Ji, may I quickly ask a question?
पूछो ना.
Why would it not be do खिड़कियाँ?
Very good. What do you think?
I don't know at all.
Who else can answer? Why is it not, you know, it's should it be दो खिड़की or दो खिड़कियाँ?
दो खिड़कियाँ.
दो खिड़कियाँ.
क्या है is correct.
खिड़कियाँ is correct. Okay. Yirka, what do you think?
If it's feminine, then it should be kirkiya.
Say it again one more time, Yirka.
If kirki is feminine word, then it should be kirkiya.
That is correct. So the answer is खिड़कियाँ. Okay, दो खिड़कियाँ. So but I just wrote it like that, but you are right, it's do khidkiyan. Okay.
And the gender, it's just something I just kind of need to know, right? There's no rule, right?
I mean, this is like, khidki, it comes under the rule. Like, for example, you have ladki, nadi, ending with E. Khidki is also ending with E. Okay. Now, there might be some exceptions here. Things that are ending with A are generally masculine. Ladka, beta, bacha. Okay.
Yeah.
Things that are, nouns that are ending with E, nadi, khidki, beti, ladki, they are feminine. Okay. But in general, this is a hard problem, like how to find masculine and feminine in Hindi. Because even English words, they have a gender, right? I mean, if I were to ask you car or phone, the gender of them, it's very hard, and it's very hard for me as a native speaker to tell you what's, because it just comes to my mind, like, But so generally speaking, Luca, we have created a rule, which is basically kya ye masculine hai. Okay, so you take a noun, kya, this particular thing you're talking about, you can say masculine hai or feminine hai. Now, it might be a weird question to ask a native speaker, because most of them, they don't really speak Hindi knowing the gender in mind. Okay, but hang in there. You can give example. Nadi is feminine. Okay, beti is feminine. Similarly, what is phone. So you'll be able to get your question across to them. Okay, or to anyone you're speaking with. But it's a great question actually, and I want to repeat this one again and again because it's a harder problem, right? So thanks for asking that.
Thank you.
Going back to it, any other thing? So you spoke about, like, generally you want to count the objects, do kamre, teen khidkiyan.
Can I try?
Yeah, go for it.
मेरा दो बहन और एक भैया है.
Okay. Similarly, दो बहनें, two sisters, एक भाई और एक भैया. Awesome. So you can talk about. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
मेरे पास एक गाड़ी है. गाड़ी.
Very good. एक गाड़ी है. One car. Awesome. So this question is also for folks who are watching live on Facebook. Once we do the exercise, all of them, the current students will go into the breakout rooms. And then I will be going over your sentences. Navneet, what do you think, Navneet? You are being quiet. I want you to be very, very active and participating. So what do you think?
So हम लोगों से 7 कॉन्टिनेंट्स हैं.
7 क्या है?
7 continents.
7 continents. Okay, very good. What is continents in Hindi? Who can tell that? Anyone? I think this should be. What about Carl? What is continent in Hindi?
I don't know. I can only think of state. I think state is Rajya, you know?
That is good. Sat Rajya is, state. That's correct. Somebody said something?
What is ilaka? Isn't ilaka like a land mass?
Ilaka is area.
Shapko says Mahadesh.
Mahadesh, that is correct. Now, Maha is, it's a, so generally Maha is taken from Sanskrit. So you put Maha in front of, Mahasagar is like, you have like, these oceans basically, right? Like Pacific Ocean is Prashant Mahasagar, So Mahasagar and Mahadesh. Mahadesh is like, collection of countries. That's continent. Okay. So Maha is the word, which is great. Maha is the prefix. Great. So anyway, coming back to it. So I hope this makes sense, right? I mean, this makes sense that you can take these basic numbers and you can talk about the geography of, your place. If you're talking to someone, you can explain it to about your family, that मेरी family में, 7 लोग हैं, 3 आदमी और 4, औरतें हैं. Generally, you can talk about. Then you can talk about your place where you are from, right? You can say that, मेरे देश में, और मेरे देश में 30 राज्य हैं या 28 राज्य हैं, राज्य state. Then you can get into the specifics of it. The whole point is like not just learn the numbers for the sake of it, try to take into context. Okay, and I think this will be a good exercise for next class. Okay, if you don't feel sharing your personal details, you can just make it up. You can talk about some random person, your neighbor. Okay, you can talk about your neighbor's family, and you can talk about your country, like geography of your country, that how many states your country has, and what are the top mountain ranges, etc. Right? So I think this will be a good exercise for you to take the numbers into account. Okay, and I just shared the exercise in advance with you, but feel free to use the topics we'll be covering just now after this as well in your paragraph. Okay, now let's talk about ordinal numbers. So these are just cardinal numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what about ordinal numbers? Okay, so generally speaking, you just learn about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's about it, right? Now, what about first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so forth? And what is the pattern around it? How do you say that in Hindi? Let's cover that. Sindhu, what do you think first?
I think it's pehla.
Pehla. Is it always pehla, or what? Give an example with pehla.
Pehla. The first room, pehle kamre.
Pehla kamra.
Okay, pehla kamra. Yes. So the second is dusra.
No, just with pehla. Is it always pehla? Can it be pehli as well?
Oh yeah. I mean, I haven't used it much, so yeah, the one I have heard is mostly pehla. So yeah.
Okay, so you said pehla kamra, first room.
Yeah.
Pehli ladki, first
The first
girl.
ladki, so the pehli ladki. Yeah.
Okay.
The first girl.
So based on your description, what is the difference? When do you use pehla and when do you use pehli?
Yeah, so in front of a masculine noun, we use pehla, and in front of a feminine noun, we use pehli.
Pehli, awesome. Now let's see who can answer. Jamil, you want to go next for second?
Is it dusra? Dusra and dusri?
Dusra and dusri.
And is it going also dusre for the plural or not?
That is correct. For masculine plural, it's dusre. And also the oblique case of dusra.
Okay.
Okay. Can you give an example of dusra? Don't worry about it. If anyone is not able to follow, I'll go over and I'll give examples to each of those, many examples. Okay. So right now I'm just...
यहाँ मेरा दूसरा हिंदी क्लास है.
Very good. यह है मेरी दूसरी
हिंदी क्लास है.
Awesome. Very good. बहुत अच्छा. Third, let's see. Navras, you want to go next? What is third?
तीसरा. तीसरी.
Tisra and tisri. Can you give examples of them? Tisra and tisri?
यहाँ तीसरा दफ्तर है.
यह तीसरा दफ्तर है. What about तीसरी?
यहाँ तीसरी लड़की है.
यह तीसरी लड़की है. Okay. Awesome. Navneet, you want to go next? It may be hard, but give it a try. Okay, I want to make sure you have the opportunity. So how do you say, 4 is 4. What is 4? I'll give you a hint. 4 for masculine is chautha. Okay? Chautha is like fourth game, chautha match. What is the feminine form of it?
Chauthi.
Very good, right? Chauthi. Okay. Now,
should I give the example?
Yeah, go for it, please.
यह मेरा चौथा आइसक्रीम है.
Very good, yeah, Mary. So ice cream is feminine. So how will you say that?
चौथी.
Very good. Yeah, Mary, chauthi ice cream hai. Okay. Vatsala, you want to go next? Tell us about fifth. I know it's your first time, so if you don't feel comfortable, just say that.
मेरी पहली बेटी म्यूजिशियन है और दूसरी बेटी कॉलेज में पढ़ रही है.
Awesome. So मेरी पहली बेटी म्यूजिशियन है और दूसरी बेटी कॉलेज में पढ़ रही है. Okay. Mata, you want to try now? Fifth. It should be very close. 5 is 5.
मेरी पंच बार.
So it's panch and then you put wa, panchwa. And the feminine form?
Panchvi.
Okay, very good, panchvi.
Fifth. What is there? I don't know what to say.
Panchvi. Just say Panchvi class, 5th class. Okay.
Abhi Mary Panchwa Sanskrit class.
Okay, very good. Panchvi class. Okay, awesome. So now I'm gonna ask all of. Let me erase it out. So at least there is more room here. And
Ashu Ji,
yes, go for it. Yes.
I just had to tune out for a moment to answer a call. Did you? So my apologies if you already answered this, but dusra. So how would I know if somebody's saying mera dusra beta ka naam so and so hai? How do I know they're talking about their second child or about their other child?
How do you know? So let me write down your sentence first, and then we can. Mere.
Mere
दूसरे बेटे का नाम.
Yeah.
Something है.
John or Peter hai? Huh?
Let's say मेरे दूसरे बेटे का नाम Alex है. So how do I interpret it? You mean like is my second Alex is my second son versus Alex is my
other son?
Other son meaning like son from second wife or something like that?
No. Just like if I say I have 2 children, one is called John and Dusra, the other one is called Alex. So how do I know? That would then tell me that the person has 2 children, but they could be saying this is my second child, right? So Dusra could mean. I was under the impression that Dusra can mean second, but it can also mean the other.
That is correct.
Is that right?
That is correct, right? Dusri bar is second time.
Yeah.
Right? We'll cover that. Right after that, we'll cover like second time. Like so, pehli bar, dusri bar. It also means, but the thing is like this is the occurrence part. Okay, but you are right. I mean, dusra can also be used in different ways. But right now we are only covering it. Okay. At least these examples we're covering it is like you're my second son. Pehla bete ka naam John hai, dusre bete ka naam Alex hai.
Mm-hmm. So strictly speaking, I can't immediately know if somebody says this to me. I can't know that they're necessarily talking about the second or the other. Is that right?
That is, it's basically the context, right? I mean, in which they are saying it, right? I mean, if you're having a just general first-time conversation, most likely it's just this context that mere pehle bete ka naam John and dusre ka naam.
Yeah.
If you know the person, there is a story behind it, then you will know that how they're using that dusra in the sentence.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, thanks very much.
Now I'm going to just write down a lot of examples, and for those of you I haven't asked yet, this is your opportunity once I'm done writing all the examples to participate. Okay, but this is just to kind of give you more confidence of where it can be used. Okay, so as some of you mentioned, I'm going to just make 3 categories here. This one is masculine, singular, This is feminine, singular and plural. And this is masculine, plural. Okay, so and feel free to participate as I write it down. Okay, so as some of you mentioned, is basically pehla ladka, right? So you have, and this is like, for example, if some of you were new, I'm just writing it for you that you can follow along. Pehla ladka, first boy. Okay, second one is pehli. Why don't I just like do it like the way I was doing? So it's dusri ladki, second daughter. Okay, and basically some of you mentioned tisra kamra, third room. Kamra is masculine, singular. Tisra kamra. Okay, and here it would be chauthi kursi, fourth chair. Chauthi kursi. Chair is feminine, singular. So chauthi kursi, fourth chair. Okay, it could be bachi as well, fourth daughter. Okay, nadi as well as chauthi car or panchvi car. So if somebody is a big fan of just buying cars, they can say, yeah, meri panchvi car, and this is my fifth car. Okay, so this is masculine plural as well as oblique case of this part. Okay, pehla ladka, and if there is a post position after that, okay, which is mere pehle, like my first son, his name is, my first son's name is Alex. Okay, then it's pehla ladka plus ka, which makes it, let me ask someone. Navras, what do you think? Pehla ladka plus.
Excuse me, Ji, can I just interrupt?
Say it again.
Can I just interrupt?
Yes, go for it.
What is this oblique?
Yeah, oblique. So what is oblique is like, in Hindi, we are talking about different nouns and adjectives, okay? But they change form based on some scenario. There are some factors because of those, pehla it changes to pehle, okay? Ladka becomes, now ladka is singular, ladke is plural, okay? But sometimes even for a single boy, if you're saying ladke ka naam Alex hai, okay, you can say, are they talking about one boy or two boy? Because Ashu Ji, you just said, ladka is singular, ladke is plural, right? But when I'm saying ladke ka naam, when I'm saying ladke ka naam Alex hai, why do you think we're using ladke here? Why are we not saying ladka ka naam Alex hai? Okay, because ladke is an oblique form of ladka. Okay, and why are we using that form? Because there is a post position, ka, boy's name. So
it always changes when it's a post position. When there's a post position, the A changes into an E.
That is true. That is true. Okay. Now, so it's a same difference. If you talk about English, you have boy versus boys. Okay, so boys, you can say it's an oblique case of boy. Now, different language, they take different things into account. But in Hindi, now some nouns have the same oblique case as this form. Okay, so you have to take that into account as well. But ladka, it becomes ladke. Okay, ladke. What about ladke? If it is plural, if it is boys, then this is the oblique case. In English, it's just like you put apostrophe after that. But in Hindi, it will be ladke will become ladkon ke paas laptop hai. Okay, ladkon ke paas laptop hai. Kids have laptop. Okay, so this is like a quick detour on oblique case, but this is sort of like a 1 hour lecture where we kind of covered many.
Which chapter was this?
I'll definitely share in detail with you. If you just look up Hindi University oblique case, you will have like a good example where you're completely starting from scratch with definition. Okay. So just going back to it, I think I asked Navras if pehla ladka after ka, what do you think it will become, Navras? It will change into? You have to unmute yourself, Navras. And if you're not,
पहले लड़के का.
Very good, right? So it will become pehle
लड़के का.
Very good. So you know the key thing is the pehla becomes pehle and ladka becomes ladke. Okay. What else? Now let me ask you guys to give me some more examples.
I've got an example.
Yep, go for it.
दूसरी गाड़ी की चाबियां घर में है.
Very good. दूसरी गाड़ी. Okay. So you said दूसरी गाड़ी की चाबियां. Okay. घर में है. Okay. So दूसरी गाड़ी. So let me write it down. So दूसरी लड़की is there. Now car is गाड़ी. Okay. Who else? Navneet, your chance.
तीसरा घर का चाबियां में गाड़ी से अंदर है.
तीसरे घर की चाबियां गाड़ी के अंदर है. गाड़ी के अंदर है. Awesome. Great. Sindhu?
I didn't listen exactly what I'm supposed to say. Can you just ask me what?
No. It's the same exercise. You can just make one sentence, put them into any of the bucket. So you have masculine singular nouns in this category, feminine singular plural in this category, and then either masculine plural or the oblique case of first scenario are in this category.
So you want me to use first, second, and everything with masculine and
You
feminine,
can
right?
just make any simple sentence. I'm going to put them into category. So don't make it too. Will not make it too complicated for you.
Okay. Okay, just give me one moment. I'll just think and tell you, so you can go on to the next person. I'll get back.
I know. I put you on spot. Carl?
Yeah, we can say like peheli chai. It's a feminine word, so peheli.
Pehli chai. Okay, ये मेरी पहली चाय है. Right? So I can also say ये मेरी भी पहली चाय है. Okay. Awesome. Maddie, I didn't get a chance to talk to you last time, so I don't want to miss out. How are you doing? Give an example of use these. Okay. Go for it, Maddie.
I don't know.
Just use any of them and I'll help you out. Use pehla, teesra.
Pele pote.
Pehla kutta. Okay, that's it. You can say that. Pehla.
Pehla.
Pehla pet hai, or you can say pehla kutta. Okay. Good. Let's see. Anyone didn't get a chance? Dhanraj and Sangeeta?
Yeah, I can try. ये मेरा पहले काम
Pehla kaam hai. Is that what you're trying to say? First work? Okay.
Yeah.
First. Okay. Awesome. Sangeeta?
मेरी नई नौकरी में ये मेरा चौथा दिन है.
Okay. मेरी नई नौकरी में ये मेरा चौथा दिन है. Okay. Awesome. That remind me of like assignment also. You can say it's मेरा पहला assignment है. Okay. या मेरा पहला job है. My first work that Dhanraj was saying. Vidya ji, you want to say something? You have to unmute yourself. Yes, say it again.
Cell phone. तीसरा है.
क्या है? वापस तीसरा.
यह मेरा तीसरा सेल फोन है.
ये मेरा तीसरा सेल फोन है. Good. Okay. Very good. Awesome.
Okay, so उसके पहली बेटी मेरी बेटी के साथ खेल रही है.
Okay, very good. उसकी पहली बेटी, which is, what does it mean?
Her first child is playing with my daughter.
Awesome.
But I had a doubt if I should use uske pehli beti or uski pehli beti. I was a little confused there.
What do you guys think? Yirka, what do you think? Will it be uski pehli beti?
Uski, because she's feminine, so it doesn't matter if it's oblique or not, it will remain uski.
Uski pehli beti.
Okay.
Awesome. Khan, you want to go next?
मेरे कमरे में दूसरा पंखा है. I don't have two पंखा, two fan.
So you can say मेरे कमरे में दो पंखे हैं and then talk about the second room. दूसरे पंखे, tell us something about the second पंखा. Is it fast or slow? So there are two fans in my room. मेरे कमरे में दो पंखे हैं. I can say पहला पंखा बहुत धीरे चलता है. That means it moves slowly. Now tell me the opposite for the second fan.
दूसरा पंखा थोड़ी
The opposite of धीरे is तेज. तेज चलता है और जल्दी चलता है. Okay. Very good. Okay, awesome. Anyone didn't get a chance? Taraji, did you get a chance? I want to make sure you had a chance.
पांचवें घर के दरवाजा खुला है.
Okay, so the sentence is पांचवें घर का दरवाजा खुला है. Okay, so let me write it down. This is a little bit longer one. So you use पांचवें. If it is just पांचवा घर is fifth house, then you say पांचवें दरवाजे का दरवाजा खुला है. What does it mean, Tara ji?
The door of fifth घर is open.
Okay, the door, darwaza is door, khula is open, and then the door of the fifth house. पांचवें घर, पांचवा घर is fifth house. पांचवें घर का दरवाजा, the door of the fifth house is open, खुला है. Okay, great there. Now,
I want to try.
Yeah, go for it.
मेरे पास 3 पोते. पहला एक लड़का, दूसरी